Our world is now deeply digital. We rely on computers for almost everything: banking, communication, healthcare, and even our social lives are online. This digital transformation brings many benefits. However, it also creates new vulnerabilities. Our data, our money, and our identities are stored and transmitted electronically. This information is valuable. It needs protection. Without strong cybersecurity, this digital foundation becomes fragile. We must understand the risks. The consequences of cyber breaches are severe. Businesses can lose millions of dollars. They can also suffer immense reputational damage. Customer trust, once lost, is very hard to regain. Individuals can face identity theft. Their personal information can be sold or misused. This can lead to financial ruin and emotional distress. Critical infrastructure like power grids or water supplies can be targeted. This disrupts society in profound ways. Cybersecurity is not just an IT issue, it is a societal issue. No one is immune from cyber threats. Large corporations are frequent targets. They hold vast amounts of valuable data. Small businesses are also at risk. They often have fewer security resources. This makes them easier targets for attackers. Individuals are constantly bombarded with phishing emails. Malware can infect anyone's devices. Cybercriminals do not discriminate. They seek out weaknesses wherever they can find them. Everyone needs to be aware of these dangers. Everyone plays a part in security. Cybersecurity is more than just defense. It is an enabler of trust and innovation. When people feel secure online, they are more willing to engage. They will use new digital services. They will share information. Businesses can innovate faster. They can offer new products and experiences. Strong cybersecurity builds a foundation of trust. This trust is essential for a thriving digital economy. It allows society to harness technology's full potential. Security underpins progress. A solid technical foundation is crucial for cybersecurity professionals. You need to understand how computer systems work. This includes knowledge of operating systems like Windows and Linux. Grasping networking concepts is also vital. Think about TCP/IP, firewalls, and routers. Programming or scripting skills can be very helpful. Python is a popular language in this field. These technical skills form the bedrock upon which you build your expertise. They allow you to understand threats and defenses. Analytical thinking is another essential skill. Cybersecurity involves constant problem solving. You will encounter complex situations. You need to be able to break them down. You must identify patterns and anomalies. Critical thinking helps you assess risks accurately. It helps you devise effective solutions. Attackers are creative. Defenders must be too. This means thinking like an attacker. It means anticipating their moves. This mindset is invaluable. Attention to detail can make all the difference. Cyber attacks often exploit tiny flaws. A single misconfigured setting can create a vulnerability. A subtle clue in a log file might indicate an intrusion. Cybersecurity professionals must be meticulous. They need to spot things others might miss. This requires patience and persistence. Overlooking small details can have big consequences. Thoroughness is a hallmark of a good security expert. It is about precision. The cybersecurity landscape is constantly changing. New threats emerge daily. New technologies bring new vulnerabilities. Attackers continuously adapt their tactics. Therefore, a commitment to continuous learning is non-negotiable. You must stay updated on the latest trends. Read security blogs and news. Attend conferences and webinars. Pursue certifications. The learning never stops in this field. Adaptability and a thirst for knowledge are key to long-term success. Your skills must evolve. Malware is a broad term for malicious software. It is designed to harm or exploit computer systems. Viruses are a well-known type of malware. They replicate and spread to other systems. Ransomware is particularly nasty. It encrypts your files, making them inaccessible. Attackers then demand a ransom payment for the decryption key. Other types include spyware, adware, and Trojans. Understanding these different forms of malware is the first step. This knowledge helps in recognizing and combating them. Phishing attacks are a common form of social engineering. Attackers try to trick people into revealing sensitive information. This information could be login credentials or financial details. They often send deceptive emails or messages. These messages appear to be from legitimate sources. For example, a fake bank alert or a bogus shipping notification. The goal is to create a sense of urgency or fear. This makes victims act without thinking. Vigilance is your best defense against phishing. Always question unsolicited requests. Denial of service, DOS attacks aim to disrupt services. They make a website or online resource unavailable to its intended users. Attackers achieve this by overwhelming the target system with traffic. This traffic comes from multiple compromised computers. This is known as a distributed denial of service, DDoS, attack. The target server cannot handle the flood of requests. It then slows down or crashes completely. These attacks can cause significant financial and reputational damage. They effectively silence online operations. Insider threats come from individuals within an organization. These could be current or former employees. They might be contractors or business partners. These individuals have legitimate access to systems and data. An insider threat can be malicious. For example, a disgruntled employee stealing data. It can also be unintentional. An employee might accidentally click a malicious link, or they might misconfigure a system. Insider threats are often harder to detect. This is because the activity may initially appear legitimate. Strong unique passwords are your first line of defense. Avoid using easily guessable passwords. Do not use common words or personal information. Create complex passwords with a mix of characters. Use different passwords for different accounts. A password manager can help you create and store them securely. Even better, enable multi-factor authentication, MFA, whenever possible. MFA adds an extra layer of security. It requires a second form of verification. This makes it much harder for attackers. Keeping your software updated is critical. Software vulnerabilities are a primary way attackers gain entry. Developers regularly release patches and updates. These updates fix known security flaws. Apply these patches promptly for your operating system. Do the same for web browsers and other applications. Enable automatic updates where available. Outdated software is an open invitation to cybercriminals. Regular patching closes these known doors. It is a simple yet powerful preventative measure. Be extremely vigilant with emails and messages. Phishing attacks rely on tricking you. Do not click on suspicious links. Do not open attachments from unknown senders. Scrutinize the sender's email address carefully. Look for misspellings or unusual domain names. Be wary of emails that create a sense of urgency, or those that ask for personal information. If an email seems suspicious, it probably is. Verify it through a separate, trusted channel. Do not reply directly. Regularly back up your important data. Data loss can occur for many reasons. Hardware failure is one. Accidental deletion is another. Ransomware attacks can encrypt your files. If you have a recent backup, you can restore your data. This minimizes the damage. Store your backups in a separate, secure location. Test your backup and recovery process regularly. This ensures it works when you need it most. Backups are your safety net. They provide resilience against various threats. Section 5. The Interview Arena, Common Cybersecurity Questions, Part 1. Tell me about yourself is a common opening question. Interviewers want to understand your journey. They want to see your passion for cybersecurity. Do not just recite your resume. Instead, craft a brief narrative. Highlight key experiences that led you to this field. Mention any relevant projects or self-study. Connect your personal interests to security challenges. Show enthusiasm and genuine interest. Make it clear why cybersecurity excites you. This sets a positive tone early on. Why are you interested in cybersecurity? Is another frequent query. This question probes your motivation. The interviewer wants to know if you understand the field's importance. Avoid generic answers like it's a growing field. Instead, talk about the impact of cybersecurity. Discuss its role in protecting data and systems. Mention the challenge of staying ahead of threats. You can also share a personal story. Perhaps an incident that sparked your interest. Show that your interest is well-founded. What are your strengths? Is a classic interview question. Relate your strengths directly to cybersecurity roles. For example, talk about your analytical skills. Mention your attention to detail. Highlight your problem-solving abilities. If you are a quick learner, emphasize that. This is crucial in a fast-evolving field. Provide specific examples if possible. Show, don't just tell. Frame your strengths as assets for a security team. This demonstrates self-awareness. What are your weaknesses? Can be tricky. The key is honesty and a focus on growth. Do not claim to have no weaknesses, that sounds insincere. Instead, choose a real weakness. But select one that is not critical for the role. More importantly, explain how you're working to improve it. For instance, you might mention public speaking, then describe steps you are taking to get better. This shows self-awareness and a proactive attitude. It turns a negative into a positive. Section 6. The Interview Arena, Common Cybersecurity Questions, Part 2. Describe a recent cyber threat or attack you have followed. This question tests your awareness, showing if you keep up with current events in security. Choose a specific recent example. Briefly explain the nature of the threat, discuss its impact, and mention any lessons learned from the incident. This demonstrates your engagement with the field, proving you're not just learning theory but also observing real-world applications. This makes your knowledge practical. How do you stay updated with the latest cybersecurity trends and threats? Cybersecurity is dynamic, and continuous learning is essential. Interviewers want to see your commitment to this. Mention specific resources you use, like security news websites, blogs by industry experts, or researchers you follow on social media. Attending webinars or online courses also counts. Listing specific sources shows genuine effort and proves you are proactive in your learning. Explain a basic security concept in simple terms. This question assesses your communication skills and checks your understanding of fundamentals. The concept could be anything, for example, encryption, firewalls, or phishing. Avoid jargon as much as possible and explain it as you would to someone non-technical. Use analogies if they help clarify. A clear, concise explanation shows deep understanding and proves you can articulate complex ideas simply. This is a valuable skill. How would you handle a suspected security breach? This is a scenario-based question that tests your thought process and problem-solving skills. Outline a logical sequence of actions, typically including containment to stop the breach from spreading, eradication of the threat, recovery of affected systems, and finally, lessons learned and post-incident analysis. Emphasize the importance of following established procedures and mention communication with relevant stakeholders. This shows a methodical approach. Section 7. Crafting your shield, ideal answers for interview success. For tell me about yourself, try this. I've always been fascinated by how things work. This led me to explore computer systems. My interest in cybersecurity grew from understanding their vulnerabilities. I've pursued this through a course or project. I thrive on solving complex puzzles. Protecting information in our digital world feels incredibly meaningful. I am eager to apply my analytical skills and want to contribute to a strong security posture here. This answer is concise and passionate. For explain phishing simply, you could say, imagine a scam artist sending a fake letter. This letter looks like it's from your bank and asks for your account details urgently. Phishing is the digital version of this. Attackers send fake emails or texts, trying to trick you into giving up passwords or clicking a bad link. The goal is to steal your information or install harmful software on your device. This uses an analogy and is easy to understand. When asked, how do you stay updated? Respond with specifics. I dedicate time each week to stay current. I regularly read Krebs on Security and the Hacker News. I follow several security researchers on Twitter, like mentioning a name if appropriate. I also listen to podcasts like Darknet Diaries. I'm currently taking an online course on a relevant topic. I believe continuous learning is vital. It helps me understand emerging threats and teaches me about new defense strategies. This shows proactive engagement. For how would you handle a suspected breach? Provide a structured answer. First, I'd follow the company's incident response plan. The initial steps usually involve containment, meaning isolating affected systems to prevent further damage. Then I'd work to identify the threat and eradicate it from our network. After that, we'd focus on recovery, restoring systems and data securely. Throughout, clear communication with the team and management is key. Finally, a post-incident review helps us learn and improve our defenses. Section 8. Your digital life. Simple steps for everyday online safety. Secure your home Wi-Fi network. This is a critical entry point to your digital life. Change the default administrator password for your router, as many people forget this step. Use a strong, unique password for the Wi-Fi network itself. Enable WPA3 encryption if your router supports it, or use WPA2, which is still strong. Consider creating a separate guest network for visitors, keeping your main network more secure. These simple steps significantly boost your home security. Be extremely cautious when using public Wi-Fi. These networks are often unsecured, making it easier for attackers to intercept your data. Avoid accessing sensitive information on public Wi-Fi, including online banking or shopping sites. Do not enter passwords or credit card details. If you must use public Wi-Fi, use a virtual private network or VPN. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic, protecting it from prying eyes. Even with a VPN, remain vigilant. Manage your social media privacy settings carefully. Social media platforms collect a lot of personal information. Review your privacy settings regularly, and limit who can see your posts and personal details. Be mindful of what you share publicly, avoiding sensitive information like your full birth date or home address, or details about your vacation plans. Cybercriminals can use this information for identity theft or social engineering. Think before you share. Educate your family members about online safety. Everyone in the household needs to be aware, especially children and elderly individuals, who can be more vulnerable to online scams. Teach them about strong passwords and show them how to recognize phishing attempts. Discuss the importance of not sharing personal information, and encourage open communication about online experiences. A security-aware family is a safer family. Collective vigilance is powerful. Cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. Section 9. The Cyber Frontier, Future Trends and Staying Prepared. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a double-edged sword in cybersecurity. AI can significantly enhance defense mechanisms, analyzing vast amounts of data to detect anomalies and predict attacks faster than humans. This leads to more proactive security. However, attackers are also leveraging AI, using it to create more sophisticated malware, automate attacks, and craft more convincing phishing campaigns. The race between AI-powered offense and defense will continue, shaping the future. The Internet of Things, or IoT, presents enormous security challenges. Billions of interconnected devices are now online, ranging from smart home appliances to industrial sensors. Many IoT devices are designed with limited security features, often having default passwords and lacking mechanisms for easy patching. This makes them vulnerable targets. Compromised IoT devices can be used in botnets to launch DDoS attacks. Securing the IoT ecosystem is a major ongoing task. Cloud security remains a significant concern. More organizations are moving their data and applications to the cloud. Cloud providers offer robust security measures, but the responsibility is often shared. Misconfigurations by users are a common cause of cloud data breaches. Understanding cloud security models is crucial. Securing access controls and managing identities are key. Data encryption both in transit and at rest is essential. The cloud offers benefits, but it requires diligent security practices. The only constant in cybersecurity is change. Threats will continue to evolve. New technologies will bring new vulnerabilities. Cybercriminals will always seek new ways to exploit weaknesses. Therefore, adaptability and continuous vigilance are paramount. Cybersecurity professionals must be lifelong learners. Organizations need to foster a culture of security. Everyone needs to stay informed and practice good cyber hygiene. The future of cybersecurity depends on our collective ability to adapt. We must anticipate and respond to emerging challenges effectively.